In the heart of 18th-century America, when the land was wild and divided, one man rose above the chaos to become the symbol of liberty, strength, and unity. His name: George Washington. Born on February 22, 1732, in the Virginia colony, George Washington's early life was far from the lavish lifestyle of kings. Orphaned at the age of 11, he was thrust into adulthood far too soon, inheriting responsibility for his family's estate. Little did anyone know, the shy, reserved boy would one day lead a revolution and become the first president of the United States. Early years and military ambitions. Washington and #039's story began as a young surveyor. His deep connection with the land fueled his love for adventure. But his ambition soon took him into the military, where his bravery would be tested on the unforgiving frontier. At just 22, he faced the brutality of war when he fought in the French and Indian War. Though he was technically defeated in his first battle, Washington's tenacity and courage earned him a reputation that would later serve him well. The birth of a leader. In 1775, when the colonies were on the brink of rebellion, Washington was unanimously chosen to lead the Continental Army. And thus began the grueling, unpredictable journey of the American Revolution. The odds were stacked against him, an ill-equipped, ragtag army against the greatest military force in the world. A hero and #039's struggles, Washington's leadership would be tested like never before. The winters at Valley Forge were brutal. His men suffered from hunger, disease, and freezing temperatures, but Washington remained unwavering, inspiring his soldiers to keep fighting for a cause bigger than themselves. One of the most stirring moments of his leadership came in 1776, when he led a surprise attack on the Hessian forces in Trenton after crossing the Delaware River on Christmas night, a bold move that changed the course of the war. The Revolutionary Triumph. After years of intense struggle, Washington and his forces delivered the final blow at the Battle of Yorktown in 1781, forcing the British to surrender. But even after the victory, Washington's sense of duty remained. His reluctance to seize power became legendary. Despite being offered the chance to become a king, he refused, a gesture that defined his commitment to democracy. The first president. After the war, Washington retired to his beloved Mount Vernon. But duty called once more. In 1789, he became the first president of the United States, with the fledgling nation watching his every move. He took office with the weight of the world on his shoulders, knowing that the survival of the American experiment rested on his decisions. A reluctant icon, Washington was not without his flaws. He struggled with the complexities of government, faced deep divisions in his cabinet, and often made decisions that were criticized in his time, yet his moral compass and sense of honor never wavered. As president, he established the precedent of 2 terms, stepped down voluntarily, and passed on the torch, ensuring that no one would become a monarch. The legacy. George Washington passed away on December 14, 1799, at the age of 67, leaving behind a nation that would forever carry his spirit. His legacy lives on in the very foundation of the United States. From the nation's first capital to the monument that bears his name, Washington remains a towering figure in American history, a symbol of selflessness, leadership, and the enduring strength of the American people. His story isn't just one of military triumph or political power.